Hi everyone, so this is going to be the second video. I'm doing the exercises for number 6, page 45 from your textbook. So letter A, it says 441 and I have to take away 227. Now I'm going to show you guys this strategy, and in this strategy what you have to do first is subtract, then you have to add, and then you have to subtract again. And it's actually very, very easy. And it's going to be a little bit longer than what we were doing on page 44, but I think it's going to be a lot easier for you. So let's see. We have 441, and I have to take away 227. So the first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to look at the digits that I have in my hundreds place. So remember, these are the digits that I have in my hundreds place, 4 and 2. So if 4 is in my hundreds place, that means that it's 400. And if 2 is in my hundreds place, that means that I have 200. So if I have 4 and I take away 2, I'm going to be left with 2. I'm going to write that here. And because I'm in the hundreds place, I have to write 2 zeros. I'm in the hundreds, so it's going to be 200. Now I'm going to focus on the digits that I have in my tens place, right? So I have 4 and I have to take away 2. So if I have 4 and I take away 2, I'm going to be left with 2. There you go. And because I am in my tens place, I have to add 1 0 because it's going to be 20. 4 is in my tens place, so it's going to be 40. 2 is in my tens place, so it's going to be 20. I'm actually subtracting 40 minus 20, but it's the same thing if I do 4 minus 2 in the tens place. So after I do that, after I focus on the digits in my hundreds place, I subtract the digits in my hundreds place, I subtract the digits in my tens place, I'm going to see how much I have left. So I'm going to add. How much do I have left so far? So right now I have 220. This is what I have so far, but I'm not done. I still need to do the digits in my ones place. So I have 1, but I have to take away 7. I can't take away 7 out of the 1 because I don't have enough. But here's the thing. Think about it this way. If you have 1, how much do you need in order to get to 7? How many digits do you need in order to get to 7 if you only have 1? So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to need 6 digits in order to get to 7, right? Because 6 digits is what I'm actually missing. So I'm going to write that in my ones place. And now I'm going to subtract. So can I take away 6 out of the 0? No, I don't have enough. So I'm going to borrow a 10 from my 2. He's no longer going to have 2. Now he's going to have 1. And now he's no longer going to have 0. He's going to have 10. Now I can subtract. If I have 10 and I take away 6, I'm going to be left with 4. And now I don't have to subtract anything. 1 minus nothing, it's still 1. 2 minus nothing, it's still 2. So the answer is 214. That's going to be my answer. Let's do letter B. 553, and I have to take away 228. So again, I'm going to focus on my hundreds place. 5 in my hundreds place, 2 in my hundreds place. That means that I have 500 and 200. So if I have 5 and I take away 2, I'm going to be left with 3. And because I'm in my hundreds place, I'm going to write the 2 zeros. That's going to be 300. Now I'm going to focus on the digits that I have in my tens place. 5 minus 2. If I have 5 and I take away 2, I'm going to be left with 3. I'm going to write the 3 in my tens place because that's what I'm focusing on right now. And because 3 is in my tens place, I have to write the 0 because it's going to be 30. Remember, 5 in your tens place is 50. 2 in your tens place is 20. And because 5 and I take away 2 is going to be 3, it's actually going to be 30 because I'm in my tens place. So now I'm going to see how much I have left. In total, right now at least, I have 330. That's what I have right now. But I'm not done because I still need to subtract the numbers that I have in my ones place. So 3, and I have to take away 8. Obviously, I can't because I don't have enough. But let's think. If I have 3, how much do I need in order to get to 8? 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to need 5 digits in order to get to 8. Now I'm going to subtract. So, can I take away 5 out of the 0? No, because I don't have enough, which means that I need to borrow a 10 from my 3. He's no longer going to have 3. He's going to have 2. Now he's not going to have 0 anymore. He's going to have the 10. So if I have 10 and I take away 5, I'm going to be left with 5. And now because I have 2, I don't have to subtract anything. I'm just going to drop that 2 and I'm going to drop the 3. So my answer is 325. You see? And if you look closely, let's see, I'm going to circle. There you go. If you look closely, first I subtracted, then I added, and then I subtracted again. Same thing here. First I subtracted, then I added, and then I subtracted again. You see? This is the method. You have to subtract first, then you have to add, and then you have to subtract first. And you have to go first. You have to do first your hundredths place, and then your tens place, and then you add. After you add, you're going to do your ones place and you subtract and you have your answer. Now, again, it's a little bit longer, right? The method is a little bit longer, but I think it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier for you to do. You can try this when you're doing the exercises. So let's do letter C. Okay, so in letter C, we have 764, and I have to take away 506. So I'm going to focus on the digits that I have in my hundreds place. 7, and I take away 5, I'm going to be left with how much? I'm going to be left with 200. 200. I'm going to write that down. Perfect. Now I'm going to focus on the digits that I have in my tens place. So these are the digits that I have in my tens place. So let's see. 6, do I have to take away anything? No. So I'm just going to drop that 6. And because 6 is in my tens, it's actually a 60. Now I'm going to add because I just want to see how much I have left, how much I have until now, right? So I have 260 if I add these numbers. And now I'm going to do the ones place. I'm going to subtract the digits that I have in my ones place. So I have 4 and I have to take away 6. How much do I need? 4. I'm 4. How much do I need in order to get to 6? Let's see. 4, 5, 6. I'm going to need 2 more digits in order to get to 6. And now I'm going to subtract once again. Now, I have to take away 2 from the 0. I can't because I don't have enough. So I'm going to borrow. He's going to have 5 now. Let's write this here. He's going to have 5. He's no longer going to have 0. He's going to have a 10, right? Because I borrowed a 10. So 10, take away 2. I'm going to be left with 8. And because I don't have to subtract anything here, I'm just going to drop that 5 and I'm going to drop that 2. So the answer is 258. Let's do letter D. 470 and I take away 256. I'm going to focus on the digits that I have in my hundreds place. So 4 take away 2, that's going to be 2. And because I'm in my hundreds place, I'm going to add that 20. It's going to be 200. Now I'm going to focus on the digits that I have in my tens place. If I have 7, and I take away 5, I'm going to be left with 2. I'm going to write that answer underneath the tens place. And because I'm in my tens place, I have to write that 0 here. So the 2 in the tens place is going to be 20. Now I want to see how much I have so far. I'm going to add these numbers. So I have a total of 220. So right now I have a total of 220, but I'm not done. I still need to subtract the digits that I have in my ones place, right? So these are the digits that I have in my ones place. So 0, can I take away 6? No. So how much do I need in order to get to 6? If I have 0, how much do I need in order to get to 6? I need 6. I still need 6 digits, right? So now I'm going to subtract. And I can't take away 6 out of the 0, so I'm going to borrow. He's no longer going to have 2. Now he's going to have 1. And he's no longer going to have 0. He's going to have 10. Now I can subtract because now I have enough. So if I have 10 and I take away 6, that's going to be left with 4. And then I drop that 1 because I'm not subtracting anything. And same thing happens with the 2. I'm going to drop that because I'm not subtracting anything. So the answer is 214. You see? So it's a little bit longer, but dealing with the numbers is actually a lot easier. So let's do letter E. And I'm going to do letter E without explaining what I'm doing. So let's see. 625, and I take away 118. 6, take away 1, that's going to be left with 5. 2, take away 1, that's going to be left with 1. Now I add. This is going to be 0. This is actually a 0. There you go. And this is going to be 0 plus 1 is 1. And I drop that 5. So right now, at the moment, I have 510. Not done. I still need to do the digits in my ones place. How much do I need? 5 and 8. How much do I need if I have 5 and I need to get to 8? I'm going to need 3. Now I get to subtract. So I can't subtract this. I don't have enough. I'm going to borrow. Now he's going to have 0. Now he's going to have 10. 10 minus 3. There you go. That's my answer. 10 minus 3 is 7. I dropped that 0. I dropped that 5. And the answer is 507. Now I'm going to do letter F. So again, remember, these digits are in my hundreds place. These digits are in my tens. And these digits are in my ones place. So I have 830 and I have to take away 724. So if I have 8, I'm going to start here. If I have 8 and I take away 7, I'm going to be left with 1. Because I'm in my hundreds place, I'm going to add those 2 zeros because it's going to be 100. Now I'm going to focus on the digits that I have in my tens place. I have 3 and I have to take away 2. I'm going to be left with 1. And again, because I'm in my tens place, this is actually going to be a 10. Now I have to add. Let's see how much I have so far. I have a total of 110. I'm not done. I need to subtract the digits in my ones place. So if I have 0, how much do I need in order to get to 4? I still need 4 digits, right? I'm going to write the missing digits here. I'm missing 4 digits in order to get to 4. And now I get to subtract. So I have 110 and I'm subtracting 4. Can I take away 4 out of a 0? No, because I don't have enough. So I'm going to borrow. He's no longer going to have 1. He's going to have 0. He's no longer going to have 0. He's going to have a 10 because I borrowed a 10, right? So now I get to subtract. If I have 10 and I take away 4, I'm going to be left with 6. I'm going to drop that 0 and I'm going to drop that 1 because I'm not subtracting anything. So the answer is going to be 106. So again, this is the strategy. You have to subtract first, then add, and then subtract. And you have to work first with your hundreds, then your tens, and then your ones. So subtract, add, subtract. Work first with your hundreds, then your tens, and then your ones. Okay, I hope you understand. I'm going to keep doing this strategy for the next exercise. So there's going to be another video. This is the second video. Now I'm going to show you guys the third video.